Hey guys, it's Crystal back with a very exciting video for you guys. I will finally be installing my Porsche brakes, so stay tuned to see how that goes. As you can see, we will be working on the front and the rear brakes right over here. Just to show you a quick comparison, so I have the old knuckle and brake setup compared to the new one. You can see that I have some extended wheel studs on here, so I will be changing those out. But yeah guys, I have like a lot of little things going on. I'm really excited to get this started. First things first, in order to remove the knuckle and the brake caliper, we have to remove 3 bolts. So we have 1 bolt on the upper control arm, another bolt down here on the lower control arm, and then another bolt right over here on the tie rod. So let's get those off. On each one of these bolts there was a cotter pin, so I went ahead and took those off with some needle nose pliers, but just something to note when you're doing this install. Next step is to loosen the ball joint. So a lot of people use what's called a pickle fork, and what's bad about that is it can actually damage the ball joint. So I'm going to go ahead and use this other tool that will help us loosen that. So I went ahead and lubed this up, and now I am just going to stick this in like so until it fits properly, and then I will tighten this, and as I tighten this it will push up here and create that loosened up ball joint for us. So let's go ahead and get that started. So the ball joint removal tool has a 24mm nut, so I'm going to be using this 24mm wrench to tighten that down. It's a funky angle though, so bear with me. Okay, so as you can see, that is loosened up now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the other 2, but this is really nifty because it kind of pushes this, and I didn't take much effort at all, and it went ahead and loosened that up for us. So let's get the other one. So I had to do things a little bit out of order. As I was trying to loosen the ball joint down here, I noticed that the brake caliper bolts were in my way. So I had to remove the whole caliper, so I will go over here to show you. So I went ahead and removed these 2 17mm bolts that attached to the knuckle, and then there was a 12mm bolt here that was attached to the brake line. So I went ahead and removed that whole thing, and it allowed me to gain access to the ball joint down below. Just a little tip, you know it's gonna leak, so just be sure to be prepared with some paper towels or something to catch that. But yeah, so now I can go ahead and loosen that up all the way. Alright guys, so now all the ball joints are loosened. Now it's time to remove this axle nut. It's a 32mm axle nut, and let me tell you guys, so they have a reputation of being really stubborn and hard to get off, and they are. So it took me about 10 minutes of really struggling to loosen this. I finally loosened it off camera, but now I'm just gonna get it off all the way. So got that off. So now that everything is loosened and removed, we can go ahead and remove the knuckle. It's a little bit heavy for me, so my cameraman's gonna help me out with that. Okay, the knuckle is off, guys. This is what it looks like. These ball joints have definitely seen better days. This is just way beyond done. So this all needed to be replaced anyway, which is really nice and convenient that we're just getting it done and over with now. But yeah, I'm really excited to get the new one on, and that's going to be a really easy install. The hard part is over, so let's get that started. Okay guys, so these are the brake calipers that we're going to be installing today. As you can see, we have the Porsche calipers right over here, and these are 96 to 2000 Porsche Boxster Brembo calipers, so really excited about those. So this was all made possible by HONED Development. They basically designed this kit that will make it possible to take off the old calipers and install Porsche calipers. So I am using that kit now. I love it so far, guys. So yeah. So I just flipped this around to show you the back side. So as you can see, we have this bracket here that does read HONED Development. Let me tell you guys, everything is super, super high quality, and again, very easy to use and install. I did do a video on this, and I will go ahead and link it somewhere right above, so if you want to see how that works. But overall, just the quality of their kit is amazing. You can see that I got a new knuckle here. I just decided to go ahead and get all new parts. I got it powder coated so I can just get that all together. I also got a new wheel bearing and a new extended lower ball joint, so I am rocking this awesome setup. Super excited to get that on, guys. So overall, super, super fun setup. I call this the Frankenstein setup because HONED Development actually has you use a Mini Cooper rotors, so we just have a little bit of everything in this setup, guys. Super, super cool. But one thing that I wanted to point out, you'll notice that there is quite a bit of space here, so I will introduce these spacers. So I actually got these from Alethea Motorsports, and I found them on Instagram, so I will go ahead and link their name down below so that you can find them. And let me show you how they work. So just to eliminate that space, got those right in here. Makes it more of that flush look, and they will definitely work a lot better. So as you can see, it does create a much better fitment, and it does eliminate that play. So I do highly recommend. The quality is very, very good. Again, I will link their name down below so you guys can check them out, but highly recommend. Just want to let everyone know there are no sponsors or endorsements in this video. I purchased everything myself, and these are just things that I wanted to test out, and I do recommend for you guys, but I'm not getting any kind of kickback for anything, so no one's sponsoring me here. Everything is now bolted down and tightened, and let me tell you guys, it looks so good, and it feels so nice to finally have these on my car. So it just, everything fits flush. It looks beautiful. I love the teal calipers. I think they are really going to complement the wheels that I have, and I think that it looks really good with the championship white. Overall, super, super impressed. But now it is time to get started on the rear, which I have already kind of dabbled in a little bit, but let me go and show you. As you can see, we do have everything removed here. And I'm holding the axle. We have some super tiny wheel studs, but we are gonna be switching those out today for our ARP extended wheel studs. So yeah, just a quick comparison. Very extended. So let's get those switched out. So now it's time to get the old wheel studs out of the hub. So I went ahead and propped it up, and I'm just gonna be using this hammer to bang it on out. All right, so now we got those all out. Time to get the new ones in. Okay, so now it's time to install our new wheel studs. So there is a method that people use called the washer method, if you guys have heard of that before. But instead of doing that today, I went on Amazon and found these wheel stud installers. So I got this one here, and pretty much what you're gonna do is put the wheel stud in. You're gonna put the installer in like so, and then get your stud and start threading that in. And then you're gonna use your impact gun to get everything tightened down. I'm gonna put a little bit of lubricant on the threads just to make sure we don't damage anything. Okay. And now we get our impact gun. I got that tightened down all the way, and you can see that now it fits flush. So now just time to get the other wheel studs on. Voila. Okay, so now the wheel studs are installed, everything is tightened down and it looks flush. So I definitely recommend this, guys. Honestly, it was very, very simple and easy to use, and it was only about 10 bucks on Amazon, so highly recommend. Next thing that we're doing today is spray painting these rear brake calipers with this high temp engine enamel. It says it goes up to 550 degrees, so we'll see how that goes. Give it a good shake. So these brakes have already been cleaned and degreased, and then I went ahead and masked off all the openings here so nothing gets damaged. So here we go. Alright guys, so I've done a few coats on these now, and it looks to be pretty good now. It's all dry, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take off the wrapping. Awesome. Like new again. It looks so good. So let's go ahead and get these together. So part of the brake refresh is to get new rotors. So I have these Centric high performance rotors. Here's the part number if you guys want to see. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slide these on. Awesome. Now we're gonna put the calipers on. Okay, so we have the brakes mocked up. Now I wanted to introduce the brake pads that I'm gonna be using. So I have these PQ Pro Posi Quiet brakes. It's just gonna give the car a lot better brake feel. So really excited to get those on. Just gonna get these slid into position there. And now to get this side. Awesome. Now to get this up. Make sure that's all aligned. We're gonna thread that bolt in just so it locks it in place, and then we'll go ahead and tighten it down. But yeah, there we go. So just a quick comparison of the before and after, night and day. I am so happy with these end results so far. It just looks so much cleaner, so much more refreshed, which is really nice, so I love it. All right guys, so everything is done. The brakes are bled. I went ahead and took the car off of the quick jack. Let me know what you guys think. How do you like that color contrast between the wheels and the brake calipers? Let me know what you think about the overall look. I can't wait to get this out and start driving it and testing the brakes and see how that works. I'm really excited to get the car out and see how the brakes feel, but I think it'll really make the car stand out. So I'm excited for that, and I'm really looking forward to those track days. So that is all I have for today, guys. Again, let me know what you guys think about the brakes. But as always, please like this video and turn on that notification bell so you can get notified as to when I'm posting, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more of my updates and yeah, things in the Queen BRZ life. But until next time, guys, Queen BRZ out.